a theologian and ethicist from the Baptist tradition. Now, I need to be careful here because for some folks, that may sound like a right-winger has snuck into this assembly. But I'm a Baptist in the Martin Luther King Jr. tradition. I'm a Baptist Christian in the good trouble tradition of John Lewis. And I represent proudly today the Faith Labor Committee of Portland Jobs with Justice. We are Christians, Jews, Muslims, Buddhists, practitioners of indigenous faith, and people of good faith who may consider themselves secular or humanist or whatever, but what we share is we are proclaiming that this kind of struggle is not simply a struggle about wages and working conditions and benefits. Those things are important. And I don't need to talk about that because the nurses themselves are telling us about that right now. But what I want to say is this is not simply a dollars and cents struggle. It is a moral and a spiritual struggle. We just celebrated the national holiday for Martin Luther King Jr. And some of you have heard, I'm sure, a saying associated with him. It actually began with the Harvard ethicist Josiah Royce more than 100 years ago, but Martin Luther King Jr. quoted Josiah Royce saying, "The moral arc of the universe is long, but it bends toward justice." And the representatives of ONA, or those of you who are staffing the programs for hospice, for mental health, for inpatient care and outpatient care associated with the Providence units, you are engaged in a struggle for justice. Now, when you get into a labor negotiation, management has their points. They're trying to minimize expenditures and maximize efficiency on the balance sheet. And of course, we hear our nurses saying they are trying to maximize efficiencies in patient care. None of us are perfect. None of us are totally correct in our positions, but those who are fighting for the health and well-being of their patients have the moral high ground. This is a just struggle. And if it is true, if your faith position, however you define it, tells you that indeed the moral arc of the universe bends toward justice, then you know, we know, that we are on the correct side of this struggle. So when you feel discouraged, when you feel dishonored and disrespected, when you wonder and worry how this is ever going to turn out, know that the very structure and movement of history are on your side. You are going with the current and not against it. So stay encouraged. Keep the faith. God bless you all.
Thank you, Reverend Wheeler.